What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm delighted to be bringing this video to you today about my secrets to getting better on the bike. For anyone who doesn't know, 10 months ago I literally couldn't ride a bike. My very first ride was 3.5 minutes on an indoor cycling setup with a pillow over the saddle because I was struggling that much with comfort. So I went from that to riding my first 30 kilometers just a couple of weeks ago, and today I'm going to be sharing you my secrets on how exactly I did that. So for anyone who's new around here, I'm on a journey from 26 stone to an Ironman triathlon in just over 2 years. So far I've lost nearly 5 stone. I've done a sprint triathlon. I've done a super sprint triathlon, and I'm just a few weeks away from my first sprint triathlon. I'm up to 30 odd kilometers on the bike. I also couldn't swim a year ago, and I can swim pretty well now, and the running's coming along great as well. So if this sounds like the sort of thing you might be interested in following, and hit that subscribe. Also hit a like on this video, just so I know that you're enjoying this video, and it gives me more motivation to make videos like this again. So yeah, I'm just gonna go off and get some fuel now. Some fuel as in for me, not for my car. Some fuel for me, ready for my own bike ride. I've got an hour and 15 on the bike this morning, so I'm gonna get a couple of bagels, put a bit of jam in them, and that'll fuel me up for my bike ride. And then yeah, we'll be out on the bike, and then after the bike ride I'm going to give you my secrets. I hope you guys enjoy the video. What a beautiful day for a ride. It's sunny, it's warm, it's really, really beautiful. Having a great time. Honestly, once you get the first hour or two down in this sport, it becomes such a great sport, so much fun. Honestly, once you can take that first hour or two, you know, you can go and see some really lovely places. Each ride you go out on, you can, you know, pick a destination you want to ride to, something you want to see, whether it's a view or, you know, a certain road you want to ride on. This sport is just really beautiful. The places you can go and see, you know, because you go quicker than you can when you're running. You can just go and see different places which you can't do when you're running. Bicycling has quickly become my favourite of the 3 disciplines. What's up, guys? I am now back home after my ride, and I'm going to get into my secrets for cycling your first 30 kilometers, and a bit about my story of how I went from 0 kilometers to 30 kilometers. So for me, the first thing, the most important, maybe not even necessarily the most important thing, but definitely one of the first things you should do is get a bike fit done. Whether it's just a basic bike fit on your saddle height and your handlebar setup, or a full-blown setup, it's completely up to you and what your budget is. I just had a very basic one done, which helped me massively with comfort and with speed and everything really, and it definitely helps with your muscles as well. Your muscles are able to get the full movement that they should be getting if you get that bike fit done, so that's definitely the first thing that I would advise you getting done. So the next thing that I would advise is getting some decent kit. Nothing too expensive. You don't have to go and spend hundreds of pounds or thousands of pounds. You can literally just get yourself a decent, comfortable helmet that's going to protect you. Get yourself some bike shoes if you're going clipless straight away. We'll get onto that a bit later. Or just some comfortable trainers. They've got a bit of grip to the pedals if you're not going clipless. And also just get yourself some nice padded shorts, or if it's the winter, padded tights. And a nice cycling jersey if you're a bigger guy like me or girl. This brand, Fat Lad at the Back, are really good for bigger cycling kit, and you know, you can go anything up to sort of 10XL, I think. And yeah, they're great, but there's also other brands which do great stuff. And you know, if you're not a bigger person, you just need regular stuff, you can get all sorts of different brands, which is just for comfort and keeping yourself safe and comfortable really on a bike. The next one is to make sure you're looking after your bike, and this is sort of goes without saying really, looking after it, keeping the tyres pumped up, keeping the chain oiled and in good condition, making sure you're getting your bike serviced regularly. I'm not going to go on about that too much because I'm sure that is fairly self-explanatory. You know, what you put into your bike is what, you know, the more you're going to get out of it really. The next thing that I would advise is to make sure you're getting at least 3 bike rides in per week. Actually, not even at least 3 bike rides, just make sure you're getting 3 bike rides, at least 2, and be consistent with that over a period of weeks, and you'll slowly start ticking away those kilometers. The way I do it at the moment, which is what my coach advises, again, you know, if you want to get yourself a coach, if you're looking to get quite serious with it, then go for it. If not, you can find a training plan online, or message people like myself who can help you out with that. but be consistent with your training. Get 3 bike rides in a week, one being what I'm doing at the moment is a watt bike session on a Monday evening in the gym, and that is about a 50-minute to an hour session with spikes of intervals, and that's going to really help you get that fitness up and get yourself fit on the bike. Now the thing is with cycling is it's such a really, like I said on that ride, such a beautiful sport that can take you to so many lovely places because you're able to travel quite quick in comparison to running or other sports really, walking or whatever. You can go and see some really nice places and you can do it all in one ride. You can go for an hour to an hour and a half ride and you can see all sorts of things, and that's one thing I do love about it. So when you're doing your training, really focus on going to places which have nice scenery, maybe a nice cafe you can stop at. And yeah, just also try and plan flatter routes to begin with. So really think about your routes and plan them for something that you think, somewhere you want to go, somewhere that's flattish, to help with the lack of fitness that you're going to have in the first few weeks. And yeah, just focus on going to places you really want to do. Really focus on enjoying the sessions and get as much out of them as you can. The next thing I want to advise is to always make sure you're fueled up, whether that be with isotonic drinks or energy drinks, or little sugary sweets, little bits of carbohydrate, maybe shot blocks, or other similar things that are going to help you with your energy when you're on the bike, as well as fueling before the session as well. Make sure you get a good breakfast in. Like I said earlier, I had a bagel with jam for my breakfast before my ride today. And just make sure you're fueling yourself up for these rides. These rides are going to be so much more so much more enjoyable if you're fueled and you're going into a session not full up, but with the energy to go and do the session. And you're not going to get, like when I did my first 30 kilometers a few weeks ago, there's a video on my channel of me doing that. I got to about an hour and a half, so nearly at the end, and I really bombed hard, really lost energy, struggling even just to turn the pedals. So just make sure you've got enough, I made my mistakes that day, just make sure you've got enough fuel on you in drinks, water, mix isotonic drinks and water, not together, make sure you've got a bit of both, because isotonic drinks don't hydrate you like water does, but water doesn't fuel you, give you the sugar and the glucose and everything that the energy drinks, the isotonic drinks do. So make sure you've got them, maybe some solids, it's a flapjack, things like that, rice cakes maybe. These are all things I've had in the past. Take those with you, just take more than what you need. You get yourself a little saddle bag, put that under your saddle, keep some sweet, some sweet and savoury things in there, as well as your drinks onto your bike, on the drink mounts, bottle holders, and yeah, just make sure you've got more than enough. You don't want to get towards the end of your sessions and struggling for energy. Obviously the things you can control, and one of those things is fuel. And you can't control things like a little bit of uncomfortable on the bike after an hour or two. Obviously that comes in time, and you can do your best to control it in terms of like wearing the best kit, making sure you put cream on if you need to, and you can do things for that, but ultimately you're still going to get a bit uncomfortable on the bike in the early stages. It's just part of it. But fueling you can keep on top of, and doing your training and being consistent with it you can keep on top of. The consistency of the cycling is the one reason why I've managed to go from 0 to 30 kilometers in just a few months. And literally, just be consistent with it, keep on training, keep on pushing, and you will get there. I've got there. I remember just a few months ago where I was going out for rides and they were sort of 15 minutes long, and I was doing 3 or 4 miles, or maybe not even that to begin with. When I got this bike back in November, that was what I was doing. And you will get there. Be consistent with it. Just focus on enjoying the sessions and keep on top of the fuel and everything. Yeah. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope it's helped some of you. Maybe you're in that stage of learning to ride a bike, getting going with it. Maybe you're someone who used to ride a bike and getting back into it. But yeah, it's a wonderful sport. I absolutely love it at the moment, especially now we're coming into the summer, or coming into the spring in the next month or two. It's going to be not long until we're in the summer, and we're going to have some really beautiful rides this summer. Because of all the winter training I've done, going into the summer I'm going to be able to go and do miles and miles on a bike, and it's just going to be lovely. I can't wait. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, hit the subscribe, turn the bell on to get your notifications. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. See you in the next one.